Right now it is time to bring in our good friend Ruth Epstein, who covers our area from the Republican American. You can find her stories online at rep-am.com, and you can also find them in the paper, and you can get home delivery. You can pick up the paper a lot of different places. And if I hear one more person complain to me when we post a story from the Republican American and we put their link there, that they don't want to pay. How do you think you get news? You think that the newspapers and radio stations print up their own money? So the next time you're going to complain, don't complain. Good morning, Ruth.
Thank you for that, Marshall.
I know, it just drives you crazy. You think,
yeah.
How do you?
I want it free.
And you know what? You can get certain things. You can sign up and get like 5 stories for free here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want the information, you know what? It comes at a cost.
Yeah, we get that all the time. Yeah.
Well.
Anyway.
What a weekend, huh?
Oh my gosh, I'm still recouping. It was just one thing after another. But I was telling somebody it's really good to see the corner coming alive again. Lots and lots of things going on. So it started last week at Noble Horizons with their community picnic to celebrate the 50th anniversary. And talk about weather. In the midst of it all, they got a downpour, but that didn't stop people. They just got under some tents and then came out and continued to enjoy. And there were about 200 people there, which was a very nice turnout for the event, and good food, good camaraderie. It was really nice, and several citations and awards. So that was a lot of fun. Then we come to there was Saturday morning was the site visit for the affordable housing proposal off East Railroad Street in Salisbury. So we had a good look at the site. So, it's sometimes hard to picture, but they're looking for a 125-foot access point across, or actually along the rail trail to get to the units. The Salisbury Housing Committee is proposing 18 to 20 units on that property. Sally Splain's house is the one that's really most affected because she's right there. And the group is very cognizant of that and are talking about moving the driveway so it veers away from her place. Interesting discussion, and as you know, Marshall, anytime there's talk of affordable housing, everybody comes out.
But you know what? This time, unlike the last time they brought a proposal forth, they weren't this open and transparent and involving with the public.
True.
I mean, I've spoken to Sally. Sally's been in on this since the beginning. Much more open this time, and also much more willing to talk about it and find workarounds. It's a totally different way they're going about it.
True, and they're taking her advice, and they're going to convene a neighborhood advisory committee for input, which is very smart. This is land, 5 acres of land that Jim Dresser, former selectman in Salisbury, has donated. So that site meeting later was convened to a meeting, an informational meeting at the church later on that morning. About 60 people were there, and a lot of support, a lot of applause, a lot of concerns. Sometimes they veered off the subject and people had to get brought back to the issue at hand. But that is going to lead to a town meeting vote, July 28th, 7:30 at the church. So no absentee ballots, they were asked, and you have to be there, no proxies. So those interested have to show up. So put that on your calendar. There was a cute little circus at the D.M. Hunt Library on Saturday, and then, of course, Railroad Days, a lot of activity on Saturday night with the church barbecue, the parade, and fireworks. So it was, and a lot of politicians coming around.
And Year had their open house on Saturday as well from 10 o'clock on.
Okay.
Where they once again reintroduced the public. It's so strange because it's been 2 years, but that's the great thing about what we have here. With IMSA now at Lime Rock, the public can go out and about and go to these things. It's
Yeah.
almost like being reintroduced.
Yeah, it's true. Seeing people. I'm just.
It's like you got a divorce, and all of a sudden, 2 years later, okay, I want to get back into the swing of things and start meeting people. Really, it's amazing.
Marshall, so typical of you. Look at it that way. So yeah, it's really nice. Funny story. I picked up a friend yesterday up at the Albany train station who's coming in, and I'm sitting there waiting, and somebody said, "Oh my God, what news are you covering up here in Albany?" And it turns out Betsy Morrow from West was picking up a friend as well, so you never know where you're going to meet somebody from the northwest corner.
No.
Wherever you go. COG had a meeting. They're discussing a lot of issues. There's a new TRIPS program that towns can apply for all kinds of road, bridge work, and they're selectmen are being encouraged to apply for things like that. In Kent, as you may know, we have a rooster issue, and that came before planning and zoning. I guess the noise of roosters disturbs some people. We're all over the map on stories. Looking ahead, I don't have too much this week. We have Cornwall Selectmen tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And
in Sharon, they have the American Rescue Plan Act. Once again, that is today at 4:30.
Okay.
Salisbury Planning and Zoning is today at 7:30. Now, tomorrow, they're doing this on a regular basis, the Family Fun Night at the Grove in Lakeville.
Right. Yes,
at
they
4:30.
canceled, but they're going to have that, and that should be fun. Well, everybody's getting, these fun programs, concerts. I mean, really, as you say, people are coming out, and it's really nice to see. And people are reminded on Friday from 1 to 4 at the high school there will be a tribute to Dave Lindsay, who was a favorite coach and teacher. His family, he passed away within the past year or so, maybe more, and his family, knowing how much he was loved here, has decided to hold a celebration of life, and everybody is invited. There will be tributes, and it would be nice to see a lot of alum come out to toast Dave. And I think that I'm sure other things will come up.
The Rose Elegrant Art Show is going to happen this year. But if you're a Cornwall resident and you're an artist and you have not submitted an application, you have to July 20th, which is I think Wednesday, to put that in. RoseElegrantArtShow.org.
That's always a great show. Cornwall is just filled with artists, so it's always a fabulous show. There's also in Cornwall the Bears. They are having their Bear Project. If you drive through the streets of Cornwall, you will see placards and cutouts of bears. They are going to be raffled off, and prizes. They're going to be awarded prizes at the newcomers' tea. It really adds to the to the charm and serendipity of the town. So I would suggest taking a ride around Cornwall in the next month.
Heather Moore Matthews is doing something interesting in Sharon this year. She converted an old bus into a library.
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me of that.
And
yes.
It's amazing. And today she's out this week. She's going to be at the concert in Sharon.
Oh, good. Okay, I've got to catch
Wednesday.
up with her. Oh.
But I just think it's so amazing what she's done with that bus, and she drives it around, and it really is simply stunning just to get families and students and children in the more mood to read.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for reminding me. I'm going to hook up with her. I have to talk to her. Up in Canaan, there is a proposal going before Planning and Zoning for a huge subdivision. Just the beginnings, and it's off next to the river, going sort of out of town towards Salisbury. So the commission will be grappling with that. Lots of issues coming up.
Would that be before you get to the bridge?
Yeah, apparently it's accessed off Honey Hill Road.
Okay.
That way. And again, that's something I have to check out this week. So I may not be running around, but I will be on the phone.
Well, don't run around because it's going to be humid and
Hot
sticky
and rainy.
this week. Yeah.
But thanks so much for the reminder. I'm so happy that Heather is doing that. I think that's terrific.
When I saw the initial pictures on Facebook, I was amazed. And then when I saw how much work she puts into it this summer, driving around and showing up at the different events that go on in town, and we have a new ice cream parlor in town.
Oh, really?
Le Gamin, that little shop next to Le Gamin, which was going to be part of it. Now it's an ice cream shop.
Oh, for goodness sakes!
And that's a welcome addition.
I'll have to stop there by all means.
That's now ice cream. That was going to be that part that was going to be like a bar of the other restaurant that was there.
Yeah.
Well, now that's been turned into an ice cream shop, and it is open, I guess so.
Terrific. Who doesn't like ice cream shops?
I have not figured that out yet. Maybe lactose intolerant people. But
yeah, maybe, but still. And as we look farther ahead, you and I were just talking about the Sharon book signing. That's coming up, and that's always a fabulous event.
Well, two events that signify that you're well into the summer and heading towards fall. One, the Jane Lloyd Fund. They have their big thing coming up on the 30th.
30th, yes.
And then you have the Sharon on the Green Arts and Crafts Fair, which is on the 4th. And then on the 5th, you have the book signing.
Mm. And the triathlon.
Maybe I have that backwards. Maybe the book signing and then it's the arts. But anyways, they both show up. It means we're getting close to fall.
No, don't say that. No. It's still summer. Summer.
I don't know. I drive now in the morning and my headlights come on automatically.
I want summer.
I know. I'm so depressed now that the headlights come on automatically because that means it's dark. If I was there
darker.
for 1 month where the headlights didn't come on. But
yeah, well, it's still pretty late in the day, so I'm just happy with that. But I do miss seeing you on the beat, as I've told you, and I hope you're, getting on the mend. And
cutback schedule, but I will be somehow by hook or crook. My one allowable thing will be at that weekend with the book signing in Sharon.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, one way or the other. All right, either by hook or crook.
Okay, and good. Well, it's always fun to start my week with you, Marshall. People are more and more, I hear, listening to us.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's always enjoyable.
All right, Ruth, I want you to have a good weekend. I'll speak to you on Monday.
All right, you take care.
Take care. Ruth Epstein from the Republican American. You can find Ruth's story, of course, her stories at rep-am.com. You can find it in the paper, the Republican American, and you can get home delivery, or you can pick up the paper at various locations as well, rep-am.com on the web.